Hi, I'm Chef Richard. Today in Chef Richard's kitchen, we're going to make some burgers. Now, most everybody likes a burger, and people like them many different ways. Today I want to go through about 3 different ways that I've made burgers before, and I really like them, and the people that I serve them to really like them. If you go to the stores, you find them frozen, and we can do them make them a lot better for a lot less and have the satisfaction of knowing you made them yourself. The first one is going to be a pepper jack burger with pickled jalapenos. The second is going to be a bacon cheeseburger with bacon bits and marble jack cheese. And the third one is going to be a blue cheese, black and blue burger, where we're going to use blue cheese and black pepper for. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to need to grate some cheese. I usually try and use block cheese mainly because it hasn't had the preservatives or it hadn't had the anti-stick agents put around the shredded cheese like they usually do, and I find it melts a lot better. And I don't know if it tastes better or not, but I think it does. So the first we're going to do is we're going to grate a little pepper jack. And we're not going to make a whole lot of these, so we're not going to need to grate a lot. There. That looks good. Okay, let me wash this now. Okay, next up is we're going to do the marble jack. That's about right. If you wonder why I'm putting the cheese in the bottom of the bowl here, it's just because I'm not going to use them all. And as long as I'm not going to use them both, I'll just put those down in there until we're done with the episode, and then I'll go ahead and package them up, put them in the refrigerator. All right, here we have our cheese. I've already got the blue cheese is already crumbled. And we're going to take the burgers, and we take some hamburger, and for this one, we're going to do the bacon cheddar burger. And so let's take and put in some of our cheddar marble jack. And let's take and put in some of our bacon bits. This is just fry up some bacon and then break them into little bits. You'll probably have to use a knife or scissors to cut them. And just mix them in well. All right. Now let's add a little kosher salt. And some ground pepper. Mix them one more time. All right. Let me also wash my hands one more. And now we're ready to form them. And this is just a little hamburger press. I got this off of Amazon. And some separation papers. And really what these are, you put them down there, you put your burger on there, you flatten it, and then you put another piece of paper on there. That keeps them separate. Now, why do I use these instead of just throwing them together? Well, often I'll make several of these, and we're only making a few of each today, but often I'll make a lot of them, and we'll freeze them. And if you want to take and pull 2 or 3 of them out of the freezer, you know, they're pretty much already separated. All right. So let's just take a piece of our burger, put it in here, put another piece of paper on top, press it down. Voila, instant burger. And if you use something like this, a nice thing about it as well is that they're all going to be a very consistent size. And when they're a consistent size, they cook about the same, at about the same rate. Number 2. Number 3. Four. And number 5. There we are. Let me wash my hands again, wash the machine. That way, when next time we make burgers, we're not going to cross-contaminate them or anything like that. But I do that just for, just to show people, to make sure that they stay safe with their foods. All right. Now, for our next ones, we're going to make pepper jack burgers. Now for these, we're going to put just a little extra twist on them. I'm going to put some pickled jalapenos in here. And if you keep watching this series, I'm going to go ahead. These are homemade, by the way. If you watch this series, you're going to see that I'm going to show how to make these. They're very, very, very easy, and they certainly add a lot of different kind of taste to whatever you're going to be making. All right. All right, so first thing, take and chop up some pickled jalapenos. Then let's add our pepper jack cheese. And let's do the same with them. Let's just go ahead and blend them together. Can you do it without the pickled jalapenos? Oh, of course. Of course. But I've always found that when you put a few pickled jalapenos in there, after you've grilled them, it really does add another layer of flavor. All right. When doing these videos, I'd always much rather wash my hands way too many times than not enough. So now we're going to take and add some kosher salt to this as well. As well as some black pepper. Blend it one more time. Okay. And now we're ready to form these. Do these exactly the same way. Put a separation paper in. Put your burger in. And just like the bacon cheddar, there's one. Two. Three. Four. And 5. Let me go ahead and clean this up and wash everything. Then we'll do our last one. This is going to be the black and blue, which is going to be black pepper and blue cheeseburger. All right, finally, let's do the blue cheese black burgers, black and blue burgers. Once again, we start out just with a regular 80-20 ground beef. And let's put some blue cheese, some crumbled blue in here. Some pepper. And like the others, let's just blend them in. All right. Now, let's go ahead and form our burgers. Okay, there's our burgers. Let me wash my hands here, and let's come back because we've still got a couple of things left. We can't serve a burger unless we have onion, lettuce, and tomato on it. So, all right, now we've got the burgers made. Let's go ahead and let's make the tomato and the onion. Cut them up. Some people prefer sweet onions. Some like white onions, yellow onions. I don't know. With a burger, I've kind of always been partial to a red onion. So, we'll go ahead and cut these off. Take off the outer layer. Usually I use a mandolin with this. Okay. Here we've chopped the onion. And now the tomato. Okay. Now, we've got these chopped up. Next step is the grill. Okay, we've heated up the grill. I've actually got it heated to about 400 degrees in here. Now, normally when you use a grill, you're not going to have a pan with foil underneath it. I do that, just simply because I grill so much that I just want to keep it clean. It's harder because it just never gets quite as hot. So now go ahead and take your burgers. Here's one of the bacon cheddar. Another bacon cheddar. Here's one of our pepper jack. Another pepper jack. Here's one of our black and blue. the second of the black and blue. So let's just go ahead and let's let those grill for a minute. Okay, now we see them starting to brown around the edges a little bit, so it's probably time that we flip them. Okay, now we'll let them cook a little bit more, and ultimately the judge of whether they're done or not is always going to be the thermometer. And you just stick that into the side down here. As you can tell, there's only about 100 and some degrees, so they're far from done. Let's go ahead and cook them some more until they're up to like 150 or something like that. And then we'll know that we're safe with them. Well, let's take another look. They're about up in the 135 degree range. That, if you like a medium rare burger, that's fine. But most of the time when you serve it medium well, or somewhere around in there. Okay. Okay, they're about 155, 160, so they're ready to come off. Now it's time we make our burger. Do you remember the brioche buns that we made in a previous episode? Well, these aren't those. They'd be moldy by now. But it's just a brioche bun. Go ahead and put our burger down. A tomato, some onion. I'm using endive lettuce, and our bun. And here we are. That's a burger that you'd be proud to serve anyone. So that wraps it up for Gourmet Burgers. Remember, have fun, God bless, and remember my prime directive. Cooking should always be fun. Goodbye.